Hello, hello. So I was playing Minecraft today and building some stuff, and I suddenly remembered that Mojang added a special block a long time ago, and it's called the structure block, this one. And yeah, what you can do with this block is that you can actually save buildings, and you can also load them. And the structures are saved in files, and the files are saved in your world folder, and I'll show you later where it's saved, because you can actually copy the structure files between worlds, copy and paste stuff. So how do you get this block? Well, you can't craft it, and it doesn't show up in the menus. It's like the command block. You have to type a command to get it, so / give and your name and structure block, like that. Press enter. Now I got the second block. And how does it work? Well, if you place it down like this, you see it has a special icon and or a special texture, and it changes depending on which mode it is in. So if you right click on it, you can see it's a custom data tag. Right here it says data. If I click on this, it's in save mode. And I click done here, you see the icon changes. So if I click load, it also looks like that. And corner looks like that. But the only thing I want to show you right now that I kind of know how it works is the save and load. And how do you actually save a building? Well, first you need to actually select an area. And if I just show you here, you click save. And here you can actually give it a name, as I said before. And here you have structure size, and it's actually based on the X, Y, and Z coordinates. And how do you know that? Well, if you press the F3 key, you get this menu, and here you see it says X, Y, Z. So these numbers are important. Well, not these specific ones, but more the size of it all. And also it's important because it's directional. It selects an area in a special direction. And I'll show you that right now. So let's say that I will have a structure of 3 by 3 by 3 blocks. And if your structure also have item frames and stuff, or animals, I suggest you click on this on. It says include entities on. And then you click done. And here you can see where it have its selection. It's one block above itself, and it's a 3 by 3 area, and you can see it's directional in that area. So if I do put up F3 here again, and you can see that I am facing in which direction I'm looking at, and I'm facing north. So the selection will be southeast. And this is important to know, because, for example, if I want to save this building, you see it's 5 by 7 blocks, and it also has those blocks there, those planks, and those are in this level. And it's very important where you place the blocks. So for example, if I just place it over here and I do, what was it, 5 and 3 high, I think it was, and 7, just done. You see it just selected this area, but I wanted to select that area. So that's important, how to kind of do this. So you need to place the block in the northwest corner of your build. So that's why I have F3 here. You see I'm actually right now looking at north, and the west is over there. So northwest corner is right over there on this build. And if I do the same thing now, I go into save and select 5, 3, and 7 and click done. You see it now selected this one. But the thing is, you see it's selected above the block. So it will only save the wood blocks and the stone bricks, but it won't save the planks. So if you also want to save the planks that is on the ground level, you need to place this block even further down over there. And then you click save again and type 5. And remember, I placed it down one block, so I need to type, instead of, if I just 3 here and 7, you see it will it didn't select that layer. So you need to bump this up a number. And now it will select everything here, including the planks. So now when it's selected like this, you right click on it and I give it name, test, so easy to remember. And if you have like item frames and animals, just enable entities here. And then you click save. And you can see structure is now saved. And where is it saved? Well, if I actually go, let's see if this works. If I go out of this mode, you click start menu and just type % app data %, press enter, and here you have the Minecraft, and this is for the Java version. So in here, normally you have your saves over here, but I have it differently. So in your saves folder, and this is, I'm in a world called flat test. So in here, if you go into this world, you have a folder called generated. Go in there, and then you have Minecraft and structures. And over here, I got a bunch of other here, but here you see the test. So let's say that you have saved a bunch of buildings. What you can do is that you copy this generated folder, just copy it. And let's say that you have a different world. Well, I want it over here, or in this one. It's already here, so I'll just delete this one. So just paste it in here. And now you can import or load these structures in a new world. So that's kind of how that works. Okay, so let's go back into Minecraft. So that's where the files are saved. So, okay, this is now saved. So I can delete it. So let's say that I want to actually load this structure again. I just place it down, and remember, if you want to have it exactly like this, you need to remember that you have to dig down. And it was, let's see, how was it? It was, yeah, 2 blocks down. And you right click on it. And then instead of having it save, you click again here, so it says load. And then you need to type test again. And then you click the load. Now you can see where it will paste it. So it will kind of give you a preview before it will load. So if it's okay, just right click the block again and click load. Now it will load everything again. So this is why it's important that you remember that it needs to be 2 blocks down, because if I just place it over here, test, you see it will paste it over there. So if I do it like that, you see everything like that. I also got the planks, also the dirt. So that's why you need to sort of dig down to there. But what if you can actually rotate these things? So let's go over here. So if I place it down like that and I go to load and test, you see it will paste it over there, but I want to rotate this. So you right click on it, and these are the way you can rotate stuff like 90 degrees. So now it will actually paste it in that direction. And if I click 180, it will now paste it in that direction. So that's fine. Then I just click load and it will paste it in that direction. But remember that it will rotate around itself. So if you want it to be over here, you need to place it in a different corner. So if you know you want to sort of rotate it, you need to place it in the other corner over here. So data, load, test, and 180, and load. And now load again. So yeah, that's kind of how you do it. Okay, and the thing is with this structure block is that you can't really save how large building really large building. The maximum size of your save is 32 blocks, a 32 block cube. So it's 32 by 32 by 32. And what if you actually have, for example, if I place this down, like over here, you can see if I want to save, if I type 45 here, and click done, and then go back inside, you see it changes back to 32. So how big is 32? Well, it's kind of big. It's this size. That's the maximum size you can save in one block. But what you can do is that you can actually place a block, let's say inside or here. And remember, it has to be within this cube. So if I place it right over here, it won't save it. Or here, because it's one block underneath. So what I can do here is that I place over here, or let's actually place it over here. Over here. And why do I place it inside of here? Well, if you actually save like test 2, and that should also be, that's going to be, let's say 12 blocks times 32 times 32. Let's see how that works. Yeah, it will be like that, but you can actually go this one and select that as 0. And it will also include itself. So the nice thing right now is that right now I have set this up. And if I go back to this block and I will actually save this block, it will automatically save, since this box is inside this cube, it will save this block including all the settings. And I'm going to show you how this works with this build here. This is if I go actually into the first block here and I go into save mode, it's going to show you the outlines, the borders. As you can see, it's a 32 by 32 block, but you can see there are blocks missing here. So what I did was to, as I showed before, I placed another block there. And that block will save the rest into a separate file. But it's really nice that it will actually kind of save everything. The same thing in this area, it's missing a couple of blocks. So if I go into save there, and that's the rest. And if I go actually in here and activate this block, I'm going to save, it's going to show you the borders. So now you can see it will actually save the entire area. So that block will save this area here, the big area, and then other ones over there. So they are overlapping a little bit. So what if I want to actually sort of load this castle again? Well, let's go over here actually. A bit far away. So, for example, I'm going to actually place this a bit up in the air so you can easily see it. And what was the name? I always forget to copy the name here. This one. And you all only need to remember the first of the files. So instead of having the save, I'm actually going to load a structure and I paste that name in. And I'm also going to activate entities here. And then I click load. And it's going to show you where it's going to place it. And you see, well, I don't really want it in that direction. I want it to be like that, in that direction. So what I need to do is that I go right click and I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees, like that, done. Now you can see it will place it like that. And when I'm happy with this, I just right click on it and click load again, and it will load the structure. But you can see it's missing parts. Same thing in this area, it's missing parts. And this is why I actually placed these structure blocks in the corners. Because right here, if I right click on it, you can see it's already have its settings. I don't have to do anything. The only thing I have to do here is just click load. And there you go, that's the rest, the other part of the house. Same thing here if I want to kind of load this one. Click load. That's that part. Now I'm going to paste this last part. Load. So that's how you kind of do it when you have multiple structures. So now the entire sort of fort is pasted in. And it's a copy of this one, basically. And yeah, I know you can clone and stuff in the game, but the clone command doesn't work between different worlds. So if you want to transfer this building to a different world, you need to save it like this in structure blocks. And then you copy the saved files into the new world. And then you can load it back like this. So that's kind of how structure blocks work. And as I said before, there's no mods or anything. This block is built into the game. And I am, as you can see, I am running Minecraft 1.13, so yeah, no mods or anything, not even Optifine, because when I record this video, Optifine for 1.13 isn't out yet. So yeah, kind of fun to play around with. So I actually built this world on a flat world like this, and then I went back into let's see, to my main world. Like this one, and what I did here was I did exactly the same thing with this tower. I built this tower in a different world, and in 1.13 I created a brand new world, and I just used structure blocks to copy this in, and I used multiple blocks. I think it was 3 structure blocks for this, because it's so high. So it's, I think it's about 72 blocks high. So that's why I needed three structure blocks. And here you can see it's my little castle. I imported over here with the help of structure blocks. Yeah, that's why I build stuff in the flat world, just to see how big they are, and then I can select an area where I could sort of paste it in again. Small buildings like this is kind of simple, but as soon as they are getting bigger, I want to know how big they get. So yeah, that's how structure blocks work. So see you later.